Hello and welcome to another episode. I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander, and this is Who's That Creator, where I showcase a creator, big or small, so that you don't miss out on amazing Magic the Gathering content, and you get to know a little bit about the creator behind the content itself. So remember, if you're in chat, you can go ahead and ask questions of our guest creator, and I can filter them into the pre-planned questions that I have here. And we are going to jump in. I am very, very happy to have my good friend Reversal Wizrd as our guest for today. Thanks for joining,
Hello,
Reversal.
everybody. I'm happy to be here. Finally, we've been trying to make this happen for a while, but it's always schedule conflicts because of me. So I apologize, everybody.
That's all right. They don't mind.
Yeah,
All right,
but I'm.
so go ahead. Good.
Oh, and I'm sorry for the laggy camera. I have no idea why my camera's been dropping frames lately. I've tried to fix it, but it's just to no avail. I don't know what to do.
Is
I
it
don't
like could
know.
it be the upload speeds in your internet?
Is it?
I mean,
I have fiber. It shouldn't be that way.
I would like afterwards I'd run like just do a speed test, like pull up one of the speed test things and like see what it's giving you because
Mhm.
that's why we had trouble with the trying casually who's that creator way back in December when it was supposed to start. It wouldn't run and I was having like 2 megabytes of upload speed suddenly when I was supposed to have like 20 and it was something.
I don't understand why they're throttling the internet, but
Right. So let's
crazy.
go ahead and jump into these questions. So we're going to start out very simple with the same questions that every stream starts with. Please tell everyone who you are and where they can find you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reversal Wizard. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky at Reversal Wizard. I do EDH content myself. TikTok, I do a lot of more pack openings, but it's about to be some more variety content coming that way. And in YouTube, it's going to be more deck techs and everything. I need to restructure a lot of things. And hopefully, pretty soon, I'll have an Instagram where I'll be talking about cards of the day or different strategies.
Nice. Awesome. So, first of all, what prompted you to become a Magic the Gathering creator and how long have you been doing it?
Oh man, what prompted me? I think so. My friend introduced me to this because, with the pandemic going on and a lot of people not playing in stores, I was like, man, I really want to play some Magic. My friend told me about this program called Spell Table, and I got it hooked up, and then I've been playing ever since. That was 2 years ago. The very first stream, the very first person I played with was with Kuro. Kuro
Nice.
and Anna. Pearl, Anna, and a black girl mage, I think, were the first people that I've ever played with over Spell Table. Yeah.
That's a pretty solid pod right there. That's awesome.
Right, right.
So, because
That was
way to start the
insane.
bar high.
Right. I didn't realize who I was playing. I didn't realize how at the time, because me, Anna, and Norkuro, we weren't like crazy big in the community. I was just getting started. I knew nobody in the community. Anna was there just getting started too. Kuro actually was just coming over from what was the game? Siege.
Hmm.
So the only person Black Girl Mace was probably the person that was in the limelight, having been on the command zone and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we were just chilling and having a good time, and I learned about it. I was like, man, I can do this because I have a
Mm-hmm.
large collection of cards, and I was like, man, this is fun. Why not do this? If people don't want to play like in store,
Mm-hmm.
then let's do this, and that's what I did.
Nice. All right. So,
Yeah.
to that end, I know you did take a
Mhm.
little bit of a hiatus a little while back, but what motivates you to keep doing content creation?
Man, it's just the thrill and just meeting all the new people. It's just being able to share my passion and hobby with the rest of the world.
Hmm.
That's why I love doing this. This is so fun. No one in a million years could have told me I would be doing something like this, and to the point to having all these connections, being able to just talk to people who are famous in this community and stuff like that. Like, no one told me it would be this way, so it's just being able to share that passion with so many different people and showing different aspects of this game. Like, I just love the game,
That's fair. That makes sense.
and I love meeting new people. So the community is definitely what kept me here for sure.
Hmm. Okay. So, what is there a story behind your handle?
Reversal Wizard.
Yeah.
Yes, there actually is.
Do tell.
So, as you can see up here at the top, my name was Teferi Jr. at first. That was the name I chose for myself. I was like, because I love Teferi, and I was like, hey, I'm Teferi Jr. Even though
Hmm.
Teferi has a daughter in the story, I was just like, I've always had it in the back of my mind with Teferi jumping through all these different times and stuff. Well, what if through one of these times he had a son? And
Right,
that's what Teferi
multiverse.
Jr. came from.
Yeah.
Well, that very first stream I played with Kuro and the gang, I had a Narset's reversal in my hand that
Hmm.
I never played. I was like, I got this counter spell, and I just kept trolling the table. Hey, you better watch out! I got this Narset's reversal. You better, and it never did anything. So reversal came from that, and then I just tacked on Wizrd without spelling with the A, and then that's where reversal Wizrd came from. I immediately changed my name after that very first interaction.
Oh, that's funny. I like that. Okay. It just I like how sometimes it just come like those things just organically. I'm like, no, this is what I'm gonna be, and then after a couple seconds, oh no, this other name fits everything better and works.
I know, and it was just like, there it is, reversal Wizrd, who actually doesn't reverse anything. I lie.
But you
That's the
are a
catch.
wizard at reversing people's expectations.
Exactly. That's exactly what I did. I reversed the table's expectation of like, oh yeah, he's a good player. No, no, no. I never said I was good. I was just like to play this game.
Right? That's most of us, I think, honestly. So
Right.
what do you think makes your content stand out? Because we know there's a sea of content creators. New ones are coming up every day, and everything is getting saturated. So what stands out about Reversal?
I think my content is more chill, laid back. I'm more inviting. I allow people to be more themselves. I'm not trying to, you always you know my pregame talk. It's not even real talk.
Hmm.
It's just like, hey, let's don't get canceled.
Right? Yeah.
We can have a good time. We can talk about anything. We can joke and just have a good time about anything, but just don't get canceled. And I think just having Benji's explained one time saying to me, Benji the Brewer
Hmm.
said to me, I like playing with you because the very first time I played with you, how just catty, how jovial, how like relaxing and conversational and chill you are. It felt like I had been because Benji was explaining that he had a bunch of social anxiety. Like because Benji was just getting out there too, creating content. It was like
Hmm.
I'm really nervous about coming on people's stream, but like you helped me ease into that and just really allow me to be myself. And that's what I think what sets me apart because I'm not here to just like, oh, this needs to be this, you need to have this, you need to be that.
Hmm.
No, let's just have fun.
Right.
I many a times where people don't like to play with the mock spell play tester or anything like that. Or, oh, you have to have the real cards, no proxies, blah blah
Hmm.
blah,
Yeah.
professional setup. No,
Right.
we don't need all that. We don't need
Yeah.
that. Let's just have a good time. If we can see your board and we can hear you,
Hmm.
that's all we need.
That's right. And I will second that because that's early on. I think you were one of the first group streams I was on, like probably with the
Yeah.
first five or something like that, and you stood out like that game stood out as being like, oh no, this is what it's supposed to be, because like
Right.
you're a little bit nervous and whatever, and everyone's like accepting, but certain not every stream is the same, but like yours was just nonstop laughing, everything was fine,
Right.
just play the game, have fun, nobody was taking it personally, you blow up their stuff, you do this, it's fine, and that really
Right.
made me like, that's what I want from this whole
Right.
thing. So I
Your
agree,
opponent
that definitely
your
makes
opponent
you.
doesn't right. Your opponent doesn't cast a Swords of Plowshare to save one opponent and
You
save
want it?
themselves?
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, of course. Like,
Strange.
that never gets brought up again ever. It's fine.
Ever. I won't ever bring it up again or ever let you
Never,
live it down.
never, never. Oh,
Oh,
but
well, case in point. Well, another case in point. Just like last night, I was playing. I was playing with Retro Player, and I was playing with Jess Viking GG, and I needed a fourth person.
mm-hmm,
That's why we had DMU, and we sent the message to Joe Johnson. Joe responded immediately and was like, "Yeah, let's do it." But the entire stream last night, we didn't really play Magic at all. They were talking about, and we were talking about Marvel stuff the entire time. Marvel and DC, like just having
I
a
missed
good
it.
conversation, just having a good time. The
Hmm.
game came second.
Right.
I'm always about people first.
Hmm.
Always people first, and making sure people are comfortable, making sure people feel safe first. Then the game comes. Because if you're not comfortable, if you're not feeling safe, and you feel like you can't express yourself, then what are we doing?
Right.
We as content creators have that duty to make sure people are feeling comfortable
Hmm.
and safe and creating these spaces for people to be themselves.
I agree. And also like and to the comfort level and the fun of it, I think a lot of the creators kind of forget or don't fully realize that you're supposed to be an entertainer. Like you don't have to
Mhm.
be an actor or whatever, but you're making content to be enjoyed. Like
Right.
if the entire game is just silence and everybody brooding over every single like play they do, it's like who's gonna want to watch that? You like have fun, make jokes, talk a little bit. If the game takes longer, okay, you don't, and that's what to your what your point is of the other game you just played. It's like some people
Mhm.
might not like, I just want to see some gameplay, whatever, and they might leave, but others are going to stay because it's like, oh yeah, that Marvel stuff. Let me talk about that too. I love Marvel, and they'll get sucked into it that way, and it's more about, entertaining and
Exactly.
making people feel like valued and safe and everything like that. So I
Right.
agree.
You got somebody that randomly come across your stream out of nowhere. They've never played Magic or anything, but they see that you have Captain America out there doing something, and you're talking about Marvel, but you're also you're playing a card game, and y'all are having a good time, and y'all are cracking jokes.
Hmm.
And then that may want to get them involved into the game, you know? So it's just like I said, it's all about just creating that experience and creating that safe place for people to be themselves. Yes, absolutely. I agree.
I got a text. Dell says hi. He's not able to watch the stream, but he says hi.
Hello, Dale.
Okay, so from your content, what is a piece
Mhm.
that you are most proud of and why? Like something that you've done, either a specific game or just a piece of content that like you're really proud of and that you enjoyed. You're glad to showcase it type of thing.
Oh my goodness. There's so many moments. There's so many moments left unsaved by me because I'm just crazy and don't understand technology. I need to start saving every single VOD.
Right.
There's so many just things that are just out there that have happened. But probably oh my goodness. One of the greatest things, or one of the pieces of it's just the community, honestly.
Hmm.
That's the part of the part of my content that I love. And it's honestly the stuff that you see behind the scenes that I'm grateful for. For the people who've helped me set up my scenes, for the people who have helped me get all this stuff together when I didn't know. A lot of my equipment, my streaming equipment that I have was just donated to me. So
Nice.
that's the stuff, that's the part of my content to me that I love.
Hmm.
But probably one of the craziest moments that I've been a part of, there was a turn one kill on my channel. Everybody died on turn one.
No way.
And I still have it's a clip on my page to this day. Everybody died turn one. One player took the first turn, and that was it.
Oh, that's
That was the whole
crazy.
game. We died to the Dina Soul Steeper and Chain of Smog combo.
Wow. Okay. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, we died turn one. I was like, and well, that's the game, people.
He was
That's
like,
the
well,
game.
thanks for watching the stream. Bye. I just cut it off like 5 minutes into the stream. It's like, well, that's it.
Well, we'll see y'all.
All right. So,
I
if you
love it.
could go back to the start of your journey as a creator, what is something that you could tell yourself that would just make your life easier? Not one of these like, well, if I knew now, but just like, what would you say? Hey, do this thing, and this will make everything much easier.
Just learn just some basic editing. Just don't be afraid to learn some basic editing,
Hmm.
and don't be afraid to get in front of the camera. Doesn't
Hmm.
have to be perfect.
Hmm.
Just get out there, and if people see that progress, the first video may not be perfect, the second video may not be perfect, and the next 10 videos probably won't be perfect. They'll probably have a mess up. But
Hmm.
as you continue to build up on it and build up that craft and build up your creative view, I
Hmm.
guess is what I'm trying to say,
Right.
it becomes easier and you can add more stuff and you can just do it. And I'm just learning so many new things. That's what this year is, the year of me learning how to edit as much as I can and not being afraid of it.
Nice. Good luck with that, because I
It's been
hate editing.
it's rough.
it's
It's rough. It's so rough.
it's
I don't
not that
have
it's.
enough
I
time to
mean,
sit
you
there.
could do it. Like it's
Yeah.
not it's not hard. That's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, editing's so hard. It's like, now granted, I'm not like an expert, but like the stuff I did was easy enough, and I'm self taught. What
Hmm.
killed it for me was the fact that for literally every hour of content, it was 3 hours to edit it,
Right.
because like that's why like I've moved from what I was doing, and I'll go back eventually with like some of the me playing against myself type stuff. But I
Mhm.
would get it to the point where like I could take out all the pauses that and shorten it a little bit. But there was so
Right.
many things that the mic would pick up, like me breathing or me, whatever. So I had to go and manually click out all those little breaths, and then also,
Exactly.
okay, I'm playing Swords to Plowshare. Well, I gotta go to Scryfall, type in Swords to Plowshare, download it, pull it over,
Right.
resize it, put in like the little
Mm,
animation so it slides in and slides out, and then move. Okay, hit
right.
play again. Now what's the next card? And it like, oh my gosh. So it's like
Yep.
it takes dedication to really edit
It,
because it's time is what it is.
right. It's so much time. It's so many things to just go about, and it's like, man,
Hmm.
why? But
Hey,
yeah,
what's up,
I
Johnny?
want to
Thanks
learn.
for hanging out. Johnny's in the chat.
Hey, Johnny. But yeah, I want to learn as much about editing as I can. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
one of the.
what
Go ahead.
is your hell yeah moment for where you feel that? And obviously, this can, there can be more coming, but like, what is your hell yeah moment to make you feel that you arrived and like you actually, yes, you're part of this community and you're like, you made it as a creator and like, not necessarily made it, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you're like, oh yeah, this is it. This is what I'm doing.
Honestly, the very first time I was selected as a create content creator for a convention, that was the very first like, oh, this is real.
Hmm.
Oh, this is actually happening, and
Right.
it was with DreamHack 2 years ago, because that's
Nice.
basically when I got started. It's been 2 years since I've been doing this now.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was the first moment. The DreamHack Atlanta when they picked me to be a content creator, and they sent me the email, and then one of the head Magic judge actually sent me a message like, "Hey, we need to get this guy here," you know,
Awesome.
and
Yeah.
it's been that was just like, wait, what? I get a free ticket? I get a free ticket? And I get to participate in stuff and do all this background stuff that you don't get to see or other people don't get to experience, meet other fellow creators and stuff like that, and build bonds with other people who have been doing this for a long time and who don't mind helping newer creators come up and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was the biggest moment. And also when you go to DreamHack, when you get selected on the creator central thing, they have your pictures on the inside of the lounge and stuff. And the first time I saw my picture, I was like, and it was they blew my picture up to one of the bigger ones, and I was
Right.
like, tears
Oh, that's
running down
dope.
my eyes,
That's awesome.
tears running. I was just like, oh, can I keep this? Can I
I'm
take this forward? No,
taking
no.
that.
Oh,
That's
then
me.
I would have. Oh my goodness! But it was like a 12 by 10 wall or something. It was something huge.
Right, right. I'm gonna need that broken down and then boxed up so I can ship it to myself.
Right? Please, please.
That is fantastic. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Here's one. What part of your personality do you think really shines through in your content?
I think my sense of just care and love for actual people. I
Hmm.
think that's the part that actually shines through. And it's because I just care and just love for people. Like that's just who I am. I'm a very caring person. If you having a bad day or if you need someone to talk to, I'm always there to talk. Even though I know in the whirlwind of things that I do, I'm always busy, I'm always here, and I'm always there. I'll always if you're always having a bad day, I will stop what I'm doing to make sure you're okay and to make sure
Hmm.
that you're fine. And I think that's probably the best part of me that just shows up most of the time is that loving, caring side.
Hmm. I can
Yeah,
see that. I can actually
yeah,
definitely think that agree with that.
yeah.
So
I think.
conversely, has
Mhm.
being a creator shown you a part of yourself that you didn't realize you had, or has it helped strengthen a weakness like being shy or public speaking or improv or anything? Like, what is it? Has it taught you
It was
anything?
it was actually creativity. I've always told myself because I've always told myself I'm more analytical.
Hmm.
I'm more of science and I'm very just like straightforward. It has helped me unlock the creativity side of myself. I've always said I'm never creative. I can't draw. I'm not artsy. Can't sing. Can't do anything that's creative or
Hmm.
that is an outlet. But this has definitely unlocked that creativity side. I have things all in my head. If I just knew how to edit just the smallest little bit,
Right.
I have things inside my head and ideas that are just I know that are just other people will find funny
Hmm.
for sure.
Right. No, I'm sure they would, and I agree. I think that's cool that that's letting you experience that. Like, it's when something is able to show you, like, no, no, you have this. You just haven't given yourself the chance to explore it and
Yeah,
realize it. So that's awesome.
I yeah, creativity escaped me as a kid for the longest time. I was like, man, I'm not creative. I don't know. I'm trying to ace this test and I'm trying to go on to the next thing or something like that. I don't have time to be creative and frolic through the leaves and forests and stuff like that. I don't have time to do all of that.
Right.
But now it's like this is unlocked my creativity side, and I absolutely love it. I love it.
So what drew
Yeah.
you to Magic the Gathering in the first place? Like, not content, just like to play the game. Like, how'd you get started with Magic?
So I've always enjoyed card games. I grew up playing Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Hmm.
Well, one time my friend brought home some Magic the Gathering cards, and we played. And they taught me how to play, and I fell in love with it then. I was very young then. Didn't know what we were doing. I was still heavily invested into Yu-Gi-Oh! At that time.
Hmm.
Didn't really give Magic a second thought. Also, being in the South and religion and stuff like that, I
Sure.
wasn't able to bring that stuff home. You have angels and demons and devils and stuff
Right.
like that on
Yeah.
cards. Couldn't bring that home, but
No. Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh was fine, even though it was the same.
Which is funny. Yeah, that's pocket monsters,
Crazy.
but whatever. It's the same thing. It's
Okay, same.
fine.
Okay, same thing. But I was like, okay. But yeah, so the when I actually got started in Magic was the first time that cons came out. That's when I say I actually started playing Magic. I played a couple of years before when I was younger, and kitchen table Magic, but
Hmm.
Cons of Tarkir is when I actually started playing Magic, and I've been playing ever since.
That's actually when I
I
started as
haven't.
well, which is funny.
Yeah, and I've been playing crazy, right? No, what were you about to say? Which is what?
No,
It's
that was
insane.
that was the same time. Like, I started with Cons of Tarkir because I was working part
Yeah.
time at a comic book store that had a big gaming section and gaming area. Um,
Hmm.
and yeah, and I'd seen them people playing it, and I knew about it and stuff like that. And I was there a good couple months, and finally they wore me down like, you should try, and that was the set that I was like, all right, let me buy some cards and start making
I
60
mean,
card decks. And then, like, 4 months into me learning how to play the game, everyone's like, nope, we're stopping for Commander. You gotta learn this now. And I'm like, no, I still don't know how to play the real game. Like, I'm not gonna learn this new stuff. But
ooh, it took me a long time to actually start playing Commander because the Commander community in my local game store, when it was just one, they would yell and scream and shout at each other. I was like, I don't want to play that format. Let
no,
me sit over here with the 60 card people who are a little bit more chill.
yeah, what the hell? That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, I don't know what they had going on. I mean, I guess they were just really into the game, or they really enjoyed because they were the sole people that played Commander for years by themselves before people picked up. Where I'm from, we had a big competitive scene being so close to Atlanta.
Hmm.
So a lot of people were always playing competitive and playing 60 card formats.
Hmm.
And Commander just took a very long time. Honestly, Commander didn't really kick off where I'm from until like COVID, honestly.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Like people played it.
Right.
It became more popular as time went on. But COVID, when people were at home,
Hmm.
and when people discovered about Spell Table and stuff like that, and there were no competitive events anywhere that you could go and go play in,
Hmm.
Commander just blew up and it blew up everywhere. And I'm pretty sure everybody saw that effect, but that's for sure is when like it blew up here in town.
Okay, I guess that makes sense because it allows more people to play, so you can get, like, it's like, hey, yeah, we could do one on
Right.
one, but I also want to play with so and so, and I also want to play with so and so. Instead of trying to
Right.
jump around games, you can just have them all play in one game. So that does make sense that it would take off a little bit more.
Right, and it's the social aspect. There's the
Hmm.
social aspect of Commander. Like you don't get that in 60 card formats at all. Like you're
Hmm.
sitting there, I mean, you can talk to people when you're just having regular
Right.
Friday night magic or stuff like that. But you have some people who are just very competitive,
Yeah.
very much mindset, just like, hey, I'm here to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm
I want my free
not here to
packs.
talk. Right. I want my packs. I'm here to play. I have no time to just kick it and just talk.
Yeah.
Let's play the game.
Right.
But yeah, his man. I don't even know what the original question was, but yeah.
No, that was part of it. So,
Yeah.
next up, what if Magic the Gathering just magically went away tomorrow? Never, does not exist anymore. would you create a different kind of become a different content creator, or would you just move on and be like, okay, I was a creator for a little while, I did that, but I'm gonna like forget about it and live my life elsewhere?
I would still just try to be a content creator for some other game. I really enjoy
Mm-hmm.
this. I
Mm-hmm.
really enjoy this. This is really fun. You know, I'm still trying to make it to my very first preview card and
Yep.
things like that. There's still a lot of goals that I want to hit with content creation, and I'm so close. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so
Yep.
close. I'm so close from just having all of those things.
Right.
But I would just pick up because I love card games, and if Magic just vanished and went away, I it would either be the Star Wars Unlimited would probably be the next thing I move to,
Mm-hmm.
or the Arkham Horror Living card game,
Mm. Okay.
which would
Nice.
be the next thing I would create content for. Because if you've never played the Arkham Horror Living card game,
Nope.
it's amazing. The storytelling is amazing. Every time you sit there and play a different scenario,
Mm-hmm.
there's just it's like
Mm-hmm.
you versus the deck of cards. Like it's just
Mm-hmm.
good. I love it.
So that's pretty cool.
I love it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, pie in the sky, what would you like to see your content become no limits? Like 10 years down the line, where do you see the Reversal Wizard brand becoming? What is your goal? What would you love to see?
I honestly would want my brand to be somewhere along the lines with like Magic Kids and all the people who raise charity
Hmm?
for to raise money for different charities and stuff like that. And I say that because I have a nonprofit with my family,
Right.
and I would love for me and the Reversal Wizard brand to be doing a lot of charity with Magic the Gathering,
Hmm.
with different youth and stuff like that, because this game literally saved my life. It taught me how to slow down,
Hmm.
because we all know we all have those moments in Magic where we need to just slow down, get in the tank,
Hmm.
and just literally sequence things in the right way to just
Hmm.
squeak out that very, very thin win.
Hmm.
And that game, this game has helped me do that more times than not. And I think that that's something that our youth could use, is to take a moment, breathe, and just think about your actions before you do them.
Hmm.
Just think about those actions. So that's what I want the Reversal Wizard brand to be. Something of charity, something giving back to the community, and yeah, just doing all kinds of things.
That's a fantastic goal. I
Yeah.
mean, I really like that. Hey, Trying Casually. What's up, JM? You guys in the chat there. And thank
Hey,
you, Last Escape, for the
hey,
follow. I appreciate it.
hey.
So, you mentioned the nonprofit. Would you like to take a moment and tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So back in 2020, at the height of COVID and things like that going around, we lost 3 family members to gun violence, all in that same year. And you can imagine at that time when we lost my very first family member, which was my younger brother, it was 2 days before my 30th birthday. And I just celebrated my birthday, and celebrated my birthday. My birthday is April 5th. I just celebrated it.
Hmm.
And this was probably the first year that I felt fine on my birthday. Didn't feel really happy, didn't feel really sad, just I kind of felt just very just in the middle.
Right. Sure.
And we started doing like charity events, giving back to the community, things that I never thought we would ever do.
Hmm.
Motivational speaking, we've been in parades, been on the news, just really changing people's lives and just bringing them that smile, being the light in the dark, shining. And it's just we've been doing it for 5 years. We have our Easter egg hunt coming up this weekend.
Awesome. Yeah.
And that's why I said I want to learn more editing, because I want to learn editing to just like showcase the stuff that we've done. We've done
Right.
so many things already, and we keep doing them. And I just want us to, I want that to scale up too as well.
Hmm.
So
And yeah, that.
yeah,
Oh yeah, if you can do like if you can splice the videos together in a nice way with the overlays and stuff, you can use that to go to companies and things and events and be like, hey, and build and get more sponsors and everything. Yeah, that's a fantastic
yeah,
use of editing and stuff.
yeah. So I'm definitely trying to do that, and it's been rough. It has been rough doing all those things and doing those events. We still feel those losses every single day, but each day we get better slowly and slowly. So yeah,
All right.
that's a brief history
Yeah.
on the gym foundation.
Awesome. I appreciate that. I didn't mean to blindside you with that. I wasn't expecting. You mentioned it, and I thought we'd. I wanted to give you like a
No, you
forum to
didn't
talk
blind.
about it, and then I was like, oh no. So.
No, 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 no. You didn't blindside me.
Okay.
It's a brief history.
Right. So, do you have what? Well, I'm sure you do. What are
Mhm.
some of your other hobbies besides Magic the Gathering and content creation?
Damn, what don't I do?
Hmm.
Photography, because you gotta learn how to like take photos and do all this stuff. I need to learn a little bit of videography too to
Hmm.
like better showcase all these things. I teach martial arts
Awesome. I knew that. Yeah.
and yeah, and what else? Yeah. What else do I just do all kinds of stuff. I just went to the Ren Fair today.
Hmm.
Like I'm everywhere. Okay, I'm all over the place. I do a little bit of I don't really do cosplaying like that, but I'll go dress up with my friends and we'll have a good time. Like I'm always down to try new things. And I think that's my hobby is trying new things. Because I
Nice.
will never turn down some experience or anything like that. Magic's definitely my biggest hobby
Right.
for sure. Photography next. Pretty soon we'll be doing this podcast. So, a
Sweet.
a
Awesome.
lot.
Got a lot on your
A
plate.
lot. And teaching martial arts. So, and I've been also streaming with some other friends doing other games that outside of Magic. So,
Mhm.
yes.
So, what kind
My
of
hobby is what?
nerdy IPs are you interested into, if any?
Nerdy IPs. Oh, I play Magic, so I'm in all kinds of stuff. What's
Hmm.
my favorite? Star Wars and Avatar: The Last Airbender for sure
Hmm.
are my nerdy IPs. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, The Wheel of Time for sure.
Hmm.
Doom, the anime,
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
period. What else? Comic books,
Hmm.
superhero, anything. I live in a fantasy world. I live
Unfortunately.
in a fan. I live right. I live in a fantasy world. So there's so many IPs and things that I can't even think about. I'm just looking around at stuff around me that I have right now. But
Right. All right. Well,
I
you
love
made it. You,
all
you
kinds of
said the
things.
key one here for what
Yeah.
to tie into magic. So Lord of the Rings was already done. What are your thoughts and expectations for the Avatar universes beyond?
Ooh.
Are you?
I want it to be good. I want it to be good.
Mhm.
I and my expectation is I think they're gonna get it right. And the reason why I say this because Magic has shown time and time again when it takes another IP that they're able to translate it into this card game. And I think they do it a very good job of translating
Mhm.
the abilities of the characters in their IPs and shows into Magic the Gathering.
I'm honestly
So I have high
surprised how
hopes.
well they do it. To be honest,
Yeah,
like.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like, wait a minute. This kind of feels like, hey, this kind of feels like I'm doing Abaddon's ability in Warhammer.
Mhm.
It feels like I'm playing Galadriel right now. Like it gives that feeling, and I love it. I
Mhm.
love when Magic has a new IP. I was very worried about Universes Beyond products because of
Mhm.
how predatory were
Mhm.
because it was just like you need to buy this now,
Right.
buy it now, or it's sold out and you pay triple the price.
Mhm.
That's the only things about it that I just do not like about Universes Beyond.
Oh, agreed.
I
So
think they're I think they're going to knock Avatar: The Last Airbender though out of the park, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what they do.
like
Please don't mess this up.
no, but I have to agree with you because and for me the turning point was the Doctor Who stuff, and I'm not a Whovian, but I have friends that are and that play Magic, and listening to them talk about how well Wizards did getting the flavor of Doctor Who, and within each of the Doctors what their
Mhm,
mechanics were and how it worked, and the key moments throughout all of the series were depicted on cards, and made sense for the most part. I was like, that was like the
mhm,
turning point where I'm like, wow, they're really doing this with love to the IPs. And then like while
yeah,
I'm not into like Warhammer and I only like a little bit of Fallout, but I loved Assassin's Creed, especially the earlier games. And like again, they did it well. Like the cards were fun, the cards were interesting. Like they pulled out key points in the gameplay history of the series. So yeah, like I'm super excited for Final Fantasy. Really, really, really excited for Spider-Man, and then of course Avatar. So I think
Yeah.
if they keep it up in terms of doing it with research and doing it with team members that truly love the IPs themselves, I
Hmm.
think it can continue to be a really fun addition to Magic the
I,
Gathering.
right. I think it's insane just how much love they show to these different IPs. I think that Final Fantasy is going to be crazy. I think it's going to be crazy good. I'm a little nervous because it's going to be legal everywhere, and Universes Beyond products tend to be
Right.
super overpowered.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's gonna shake up metas in the 60 card format, and I'm sure we're gonna see that whirlwind when it comes.
Right. I mean, they
But
could, we might see a downturn in that because of being legal and everything. Like maybe they dial back some of the cards a little bit now. Like, I mean, it could be a thing.
maybe they will. Maybe they probably will dial back some of the cards. I hope so.
Yeah. Right.
I don't want to have 4 copies of something that that I just need to have
Hmm.
in this legacy deck or modern deck or something, and I can't get it anywhere.
Right. For sure.
But right, so I hope that it's just kind of even across the board. There's a couple of cards that show up play here, but I hope for that most of it stays in Commander.
Right.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple cards that are good for the other formats, but not broke and just good. Yeah.
Right, just a couple things.
Yeah. No, I agree. Going forward too. Like same with Spider-Man. Like I don't like I want Spider-Man's the stuff to be good, but I don't need it to be broken across the board and just ruin every format and have everyone
Hmm.
complaining. I want to be enjoyed. Like I want it to be like, yeah, these are freaking awesome cards to have in Commander, and like, oh, these other cards, the Spider Buggy is really good in Standard or whatever.
Right,
Like,
right. The spider buggy is good, or the
it's a good
spider,
it's a good
the
vehicle for
spider
Standard for some
web.
reason. Right.
Right, right. It's good in standard, but it's I'm just like, oh no. And now it's a $60 car, and you're just like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Exactly.
The spider buggies only came in this one standard deck product thing.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
everybody's bought them all.
Yeah.
So
Well, what the Final Fantasy? I'm not sure if it's only, but Final Fantasy has. They just showed that exquisite art for the one villainous from one of the games where it's like, but it's only the Japanese box topper.
oh, is it the somebody was it the art for Arcane Denial and Force of Negation? Those
Possibly.
arts?
Yeah, because she was like stopping the assassination attempt on herself from the game.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, I think it probably
Yeah.
is for. Yeah. It's like, oh, but that's so gorgeous. That's true. I didn't realize it was just Arcane Denial and Force of Will. So never mind. All right, that's not so bad.
It's too well, I mean, yeah, but still, it's still just like, my
Yeah.
goodness. All these exclusive Japanese arts and stuff. I'm just like, man, I can't get these.
Right.
I can't get these. Why can't I have these too?
Right.
I think Universes Beyond is going to, I want them to slow down on it. Obviously, I don't want to be turning around every other week and we're in a new universe. I
Very
want them
true.
to slow down on it, let it breathe, bring back more Magic sets like
Mm-hmm.
Tarkir Dragonstorm,
Yes.
give us back more Magic stuff.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah, I
think it'll
think
be
this.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, how many are we having this year? 4? Because we already had one,
Yeah.
right? We had. What was the last one we just had? For Universes Beyond. Sorry, I already forgot
Universe.
it. What's that?
What is the last one that we have for Universes Beyond? What did we have for Universes Beyond?
Yeah, why? It wasn't Assassin's Creed. What was it?
Oh God.
How? This is how bad. This is how much Magic the Gathering stuff is churning out that we can't remember what just was.
Aether, okay, Aether Drift. I don't know. What is the last Universes Beyond product?
Maybe it was Assassin's Creed.
Was it Assassin's Creed?
I mean, I know there's been some secret layers which count but don't count. Like that's not what we're talking about.
Well, those
But
kind of count because they're so mechanically unique and
yeah,
they're also very expensive and very busted.
yeah.
I'm working on this Deadpool deck and I'm just like, this is gonna be fun for only one person and one person only, and
You.
that's me.
Yeah, but I agree. There should be
I'm
like 2 Universes Beyond sets a year, spring and fall, spread it out, and then the rest should be Magic. And then like 1 or 2
Mhm.
Universes Beyond secret layers throughout the year as well. Like that, spread it out like that. And I think that would also help the people that hate Universes Beyond dial back their hatred a little bit because it's not being
Right.
shoved down their face every 5 seconds. So yeah, I
Secret Layer also needs to just
cool their
hey,
jets a bit. Yeah,
they need to take a chill pill. At one point, and I think it may even still be that right now. there were more secret layers than there were weeks in the year.
I remember something about that. Was that last year? I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like there were more secret layers than there were weeks in the year. That's insane.
Yeah.
How? Like we need to stop. We need to stop all of this. Hold on,
Yeah.
my
Just do the
headset's dying.
seasonal super drops, and then really that's all you need. Just do the seasonal super drops and
Right.
let everyone.
I'm
That way, it's
afraid.
like something for everybody.
Right. I'm afraid of what is to come tomorrow
Oh, is the next one
because
tomorrow?
the next thing is going to be a deck.
Oh,
It's going
that
to be a
thing. Yeah,
deck
yeah.
because all those people have been showing all those beautiful cards, and I'm just like, how expensive is this? Usually, secret layer decks we only get 5 new arts. People have shown off. I think 7 or 8 new arts. I think for cards, and it's kind of scary how expensive. I'm just like, how expensive would this be?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I know it's gonna sell out, but I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
Like
I want it so
I
bad.
love the art for the soul ring, but that doesn't make any sense to be a soul ring. Like I get it, it's the ring around her head, but I'm like, no, use that art for something better and just make some like to me, it just doesn't make sense. It's like that's a crown,
It
it's
kind
not a
of looks
ring.
like right. It kind of looks like O-ring, like it was gonna be an Oblivion ring type card because
Hmm.
that's what it looks like. I don't know what they probably just had some art and they just recycled it and just hey, oh,
Could
this is
be.
Soul Ring now.
Yeah, it looks like it's a circle, it's a ring, it's a soul ring.
Soul Ring.
Yeah. But I
Take it or
mean,
leave it.
like I said, don't get me wrong, the art for it is gorgeous. I just don't think it should be a soul ring art, but whatever.
I know, but
That's
you
just
know,
my
hey,
unskilled opinion.
nah.
So,
Right.
veering away from Magic for a little bit, another question like,
Mhm.
what is a dream location that you would want to visit sometime?
Dream location.
All right, well, hang on
So
one
I've
second. MTG
oh
Burt just rated with 7 people. Yo, thank you all so much. How's everybody doing? Hey, what's up? Steel City MTG in the house. Doing the raid. I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander, and this is my monthly Who's That Creator stream where I showcase awesome creators so you guys get to know about different content creators out there and get to know them. We are guesting with the amazing Reversal Wizrd. So sit back. Oh, Benji's in the chat too. Brad, everybody, awesome. Thank you guys so much for rating in. And the question posed right now that you came into was, what's a dream location that Reversal would like to visit someday?
dream location. Where would I like to go? I've been to Japan.
Lucky.
Maybe somewhere in Germany. I think Germany. I'll need to go to Europe. Germany or Italy for sure.
Okay.
Germany for the nightclubs
Mm-hmm.
and the that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and but Italy for the food and the culture and wine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. I think if I go to Italy, I probably won't come back. I'm very much a foodie. That's one of my hobbies I forgot to mention. I am a big time foodie.
Nice.
I love food, as you can see by my by my stomach, but
Mm-hmm.
I just love the taste and the different experiences of having food from different cultures.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I will never turn my nose up at anything. I will always give it a try once. I will always give it a try once because I just love experiencing different cultures and different just flavors of things. Oh
Right.
my goodness.
Yeah, you go
So
to Italy,
good.
you wouldn't be able to come back just because you wouldn't fit in the plane seat back. You'd just be like,
I
burp.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. There's a place in Italy where like I think it's in Italy. There's like wine shooting out of a fountain. I would be blitzed
Yeah,
from sun up to sundown if that was the case.
I would be drunk and just picking up. Look, I found $5 in coins. Why are you picking up the wine coins?
Hey, listen. They were there. They were calling to me.
That's
I
right.
need I needed more.
So Megan's in the chat, and she was saying that she's
Hey.
hasn't been outside the U.S. except for Canada and a cruise, and it's not sad. It's just like sometimes you just don't
Uh,
get the chance to go, traipsing around the world. I understand. Like I went to Turks and Caicos in the Caribbean. That was the first time I ever left the country, and that was like 2 years ago for a friend's wedding. So,
you know, it's honest. Yeah, and honestly, sometimes it really, truthfully, can be dangerous
mm-hmm,
going to other countries. I've been to Ethiopia as well,
mm,
and I can remember a time when we were in the capital city and we got on a plane and flew like up to northern Ethiopia to see all the 13 churches built into the like cliffs and stuff like that. They built them on rocks. That was insane to
mm-hmm,
see 13 churches. And then we came back to the capital city, and then when we came back that day, they were marching tanks, and the military was having this like demonstration of like power and stuff through the city, I was just like,
Look at the
never
time.
coming back
Time to
here.
go.
Never coming back here.
Right.
I've had friends that have been in Uganda that have been, held at gunpoint and robbed of all their. They went on missionary trips and they got all their medical stuff like taken from them. I'm just
Right.
like, it's not all that great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great to go see some of those places, but you just please be careful.
Yeah.
Please just
Absolutely.
be careful when you go travel. I do want to go to Korea too.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Like, I wanted to go to Japan because I mean, for both sides. Like, I'm a huge nerd, so I love the anime and like, the awesome toys and stuff like that. But I do love the historical
Mhm.
culture and like the shrines and the lore, and I would love to see that and stuff in person and pay my respects and then also check out the goofy toy shops and stuff like that. So for sure.
Well, you gotta be careful what tour shops you walk in.
Well, yes, that's true.
You may walk into the wrong tour shop and you're just like,
Oh,
we
toy shop.
gotta
Yeah.
go. We gotta go. Gotta go. This is not what I
Not what I
signed
signed
up
up
for.
for.
Not what but yes, it was Japan was absolutely amazing. And I think if I go back now,
Mhm.
before I was very popular with being a black man in Japan. People stopping me all the time. People wanting to touch my hair. And back then my hair was very short.
Hmm.
So people just wanted to touch my head for like no reason. I was like, you're not gonna feel anything. People thinking I'm a basketball player. I really thought all those stereotypes and things. I thought that was not a lie, but it was very much so the
Right.
truth when I
Yeah.
went to Japan. I think now having dreads is gonna be
Oh yeah.
quite insane.
Right.
Quite insane. Japan is a great place to visit. Please go visit there. One of the biggest things, like when you see all the food and stuff like on those posters and stuff like that, Japan makes sure though the food comes out looking like that poster.
Hmm.
It's not just like here in America where you just go get a double cheeseburger, they
Yeah.
slap it on there and it's like leaning to the side. No, they take their time.
Hmm.
Everything tastes amazing. Like if you haven't been to Japan, go.
I mean,
I say
we should
go.
make a creator excursion to Japan. Get a bunch of us together, get some good rates on stuff. And to be
Oh
fair,
my
Benji has made a good point in the chat there that he was held at gunpoint in the U.S. So it's not any
I
safer
mean, I mean,
here. So that's fair.
yeah, I
That's
mean, it's
fair.
not any safer. It's not any safer wherever you go, but it's just I don't know. Just be careful.
Yeah, just be
Just be
careful
careful when you go to
everywhere.
these places.
Basically, just be
Just be
careful if you
careful
exist.
everywhere, wherever you go. You know, please don't travel by yourself if you can help it. If you can help it, do not travel by yourself.
Right.
But if you have to, be safe, please.
All right. So, what is a favorite way to relax and unwind from the stresses of the world, including being a content creator and stuff like that? Like, what do you de-stress?
How do I de-stress? Either listening to a Dungeons and Dragon podcast, playing some video games,
Hmm.
or food.
Okay.
Those are, I'm a very simple person. Especially food. Food will just take me up out of here. I'm in another planet. But the D&D podcast definitely helped me to wind down. Playing video games keeps my mind from like wondering like, oh, I should have did this or I should have done that. Should have blah, blah, blah. I was like, I should have done so many things. So many things.
Right.
I should have done them all, but I didn't. So
So, do you when you say that, you mean as a DM or as a player or both? What
the
do you do?
D&D podcast,
Yeah.
I just listen to them.
Oh,
I listen to
you're
them.
not a player? Like you haven't played?
Oh, I've played D&D before.
Okay.
I've DM'd before. I've DM'd once before, but I've been a player
Gotcha.
many a times.
Okay.
I don't have enough time to DM. I would love to DM another campaign, honestly, but if I had enough time,
Right.
but
It
I
is
definitely
very
would
time
love being a
consuming,
player.
and it's so
Yeah,
tricky to get everyone lined up. Like I have a game going on with Pathfinder, same thing. And we
yeah,
have we go like month and a half stretches where we can't play because everyone's schedule just
right.
doesn't line up right.
And it's so hard. And when I DM the very first time and the only time I've DM, like I hardly ever prepared for anything. I just made up stuff on the fly, and it just turned out to be some of the greatest moments ever. But I just made up a lot of stuff on the fly. I was like, why did you do that? Well, all right, this is what we have to do. So I just would make up something. So
Yep. All right. So
yeah.
shifting back to Magic, what would you say drives your deck creation style? Like, are you about bizarre, janky ideas and just be funny, or are you about winning? Are you in the middle? Like, what is your general? when you go to build a deck, what fuels it?
What fuels my deck creation? How I can make it as Sultai as possible. How I can make it the most grindiest, mid-range, value engine
Mhm.
that I can think of while terrorizing the table. That's how I go with deck creation. I am a Timmy at heart.
True
Oh
build.
my goodness.
Okay.
I am trying to cast the biggest, splashiest 20 mana 15/15 that I can think of. Like I am trying to do all of that. But also at the same time having interaction
Mhm.
and just making the game grindy, stopping the aggro decks from winning and stopping the control decks from just like controlling too much. I'm a mid-range player, so that's what drives a lot of my my deck creations, really.
Mhm.
It's just the biggest, timmiest spell. It just feels so good to cast certain spells, right?
It does, for sure.
And it's just like, oh, that was so satisfying. I know, meanwhile, some people probably just like, no, no. But I try to soul tie every deck that I can. I try to make it the most grindiest thing that I can do. I'm not really a combo player at all. I don't like combo. I will avoid it with everything that I can. Only time I ever will play a combo is when I'm playing CDH, and that's just because I have to. I literally
Right.
have to play a combo. Other
Right.
than that, you'll never find me playing a combo. When people go to explain their combos, I just kind of, and it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. I need to stop doing it. I just tune it out. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
That's true. Yeah.
Show me,
I kind of do
like,
the same
show me
because
the
it's
win.
like,
Yeah, I'm just like, just show me the win. I don't,
yeah. If
I
someone's
don't.
like, "Oh, I got the combo," so like I win, and then like we're like, "Okay, how?" And then if one other player is like, "Oh yeah, they got it," I'm like, "Fine, whatever. Let's just."
Well, no, I also make sure people can demonstrate it too, though, because a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I just got these things and I just do it," and I'm
Well,
just like, "You
yeah.
do
I
what?
mean, there's that
You
balance
do
though,
what?"
because you got it's like they have to at least be able to explain it in a good fashion, because
Hmm.
I can never like I want to make them do it because it's like fine if you're gonna win then I don't care you take the 15 minutes and you walk it through and do it but then that's 15
Right.
minutes we waste so at the other time I'm also always like yeah fine we'll give it to you but it's like you have to
Yeah.
explain it well at first you have to at least like make sense yeah
Right. It has to make sense, but if it doesn't make sense, well,
then you're playing it out.
right. Right. If it doesn't make sense, then we're gonna be sitting here. I'm a mid range player. I'm gonna try to grind this game to a halt if I can. I will board wipe a million times just so I can win. Unless it's super late at night. Unless it's super
Right,
late at
right.
night. Now we all need to go to sleep.
That's so all right.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the questions I had for you. So first of all, Reversal,
Yeah.
my friend, thank you so much for taking the time and doing this.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I feel I got to know a little bit more about you, which is always good as a friend. And then, it's just I like doing this because it helps showcase all the people that are out there, and hopefully get more, get people turned on to new creators that they maybe didn't know of. So to,
Right.
to wrap things up, while I find where we're going to raid into, why don't you let everybody know what you feel like what do you love about Magic? I mean, we talked about it before, but like again, what do you do? Like just do the normal wrap up. Just be
Yeah.
like, what do you love about
Yeah.
Magic, and where can they find you, and how awesome you are. Tell them that.
The thing that I love about Magic is just the vast amount of creation in this game. Yeah, you could be playing meal, but it could be done in so many different flavors and accents. Yeah, you're playing dragons, but once again, it can be done in so many flavors and different accents.
Mhm.
Every time I see a person's deck, no two decks are the same unless, once again, we're playing CDH and there's a tournament and there's cash prizes, right? So
Right.
most people are just playing the list.
Yes.
But every other time we're playing Commander, like so many people have so many different pet cards in their decks. Take one of mine, for example,
Hmm.
Hoxroll. I know a
Hmm.
lot of people cringe when they hear that. They're like, oh. When you
Not
hear that card,
Toxtril.
you're just like, oh, the industry. It's in peril. People are casting Toxroll. But I'm just like, hey, I love it. The 9 mana Valgaboth.
Hmm.
Oh, I love to cast it. I love to reanimate that card. It's a bit stinky.
Hmm.
It's a bit much,
A little bit.
but it's a little bit. But that's what makes this game so fun.
Hmm.
You can have the same commanders. People can have the same commanders and the decks are just completely different. I can
Absolutely.
remember a story. I can remember a time when I played with Donnie from the Filthy Casuals, and we all play Lord Xander deck. Everybody played Lord Xander deck. And if you don't know, you know Lord Xander is the 7-mana Grixis vampire demon from New Capenna. And it's kind of, once again, one of those stinky cards.
Hmm.
But everybody played a different flavor of Lord Xander. 4 players, every deck was different.
Nice.
Somebody was just playing Lord Xander just like Grixis control.
Hmm.
Somebody was playing Lord Xander demons. I was playing Lord Xander vampires. The other person was playing Lord Xander clones. You get like we all no one consulted anyone on their decks or anything.
Hmm.
We just all said we all have Lord Xander. Let's build a deck. And that was all of the conversation that we had. No one had any other conversation except for when we showed up to that match that day.
That is fantastic.
So it just goes to show you just how creative you can be in this game. The possibilities just are limitless.
Hmm.
And I'm limitless. That's what makes this game so fun for me. I love this game and I'll never stop playing it.
I agree with all of that. That's what makes it fun. And pulling out those cards that people go, what the hell is that? Let me look that up. What is that card? That's a great feeling when you can do something and it makes sense for the game and it works and you're like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you didn't hear about this, you know.
Yeah, you didn't hear about this nonsense. Who knew about this?
That's how I feel
Turbo
whenever I
Meal
drop
Index?
Reverse the Sands. You know, it's like, what are you doing? I'm gonna redistribute all the life totals. You're doing what now?
I'm gonna redistribute all the life totals. You heard what I said. That's what this card says. This, and you know, in Magic, the plainer the text, the more busted the card. The plainer the text, the more busted the card. If it has a bunch of like words and stuff behind it, it's probably too complicated. But like just like Ristic Study, if an opponent doesn't pay 1, you draw a card. It's
Yeah.
just busted.
That's
It's
it.
very busted.